In our last investigation, we showed you how the phrase "Made in USA" became a shell game. We proved that private equity gutted the brands your grandfather trusted, swapping forged steel for pot metal, and programming your drill to quit in 4 years. The response was immediate. Thousands of you asked the exact same thing. If Craftsman is dead, and Milwaukee is overpriced, and Cobalt is rebranded import trash, where do we go? Is there a single aisle left that sells tools built to last, or is the entire hardware store a landfill with price tags? We are answering that today. This is the forever list. 5 tool brands that still forge in America and still honor a lifetime guarantee that means something. They cost more. They look uglier. They will never sync to your phone. But they do one thing. They last. Here is the white list. Walk into any hardware store today and you will see walls of hand tools that look professional. Rubberized grips, laser etching, chrome so shiny you can see your reflection. It all feels premium until you use it on an actual job. The chrome peels off after 6 months of sweat. The rubberized handle cracks in cold weather. The pivot bolt loosens, and you cannot tighten it because they used a proprietary star bit you do not own. These are not tools, they are props, designed to photograph well on the packaging and fall apart once the return window closes. If you want a tool that your grandkids will inherit, you ignore the entire front aisle. You look for the brands that still forge their steel in the United States and still use designs from before planned obsolescence was invented. Number 1. Pliers. If you need to grip something without it slipping, there is one name: channel lock. Still made in Meadville, Pennsylvania since 1886. Not imported, not licensed, not acquired by a hedge fund and hollowed out. The steel is high carbon. The teeth are induction hardened, so they bite into pipe and hold. When you clamp onto a rusted bolt with a channel lock, it does not slip. It does not round the edges. It grips. The difference is in the manufacturing. Cheap pliers use soft steel that deforms under pressure. The teeth flatten after a dozen uses. Channel lock uses a hardening process that makes the jaw surface harder than the fastener you are gripping. It is physics. The harder material wins. You can buy a set of import pliers for $12. They will last 2 years if you are gentle. Or you can buy a channel lock for $30 and pass it to your son. The cost per decade is not even close. Number 2. Wrenches and sockets. The professional choice is Right Tool, manufactured in Barberton, Ohio. They do not advertise during football games. They do not sponsor NASCAR. They spend their budget on the steel. Right developed a grip design they call Right Grip. It applies force to the flat sides of the hex, not the corners. This gives you 50% more torque before the fastener strips. It is not marketing, it is geometry. When you are under a truck trying to break loose a cross-threaded lug nut, that 50% is the difference between success and calling a tow truck. Right tools feel different in your hand. They are heavier. The finish is industrial, not decorative. No chrome plating that flakes off and leaves you holding bare metal. Just forged steel with a black oxide coating. The warranty is lifetime. Not lifetime with asterisks. Actual lifetime. If you snap a right wrench, they replace it. No receipt required, no questions asked. They have been doing this since 1927 because they know their tools do not break under normal use. Number 3. Screwdrivers. You need WIHA. WIHA is German engineered and assembled in North America for the market here. The difference is in the blade tip. Cheap screwdrivers use stamped tips that are softer than the screw. After a dozen uses, the tip rounds and cams out of the slot, and you end up stripping screws. WIHA uses through-hardened chrome vanadium steel. The tip is harder than the fastener, it bites and holds. The handle is not rubber because rubber fails. It cracks in heat and gets slippery with oil. WIHA handles are impact-resistant plastic over a steel shank that runs the full length of the tool. You can hit the back of the handle with a hammer if you need to, and the tool does not care. We have seen WIHA screwdrivers used daily in industrial plants for 15 years. Same tip, same handle, still perfect. Buy them once. Use them forever. Number 4. Hammers. Skip the fiberglass handles and the anti-vibration grips. Buy Eastwing, made in Rockford, Illinois since 1923. One-piece forged steel. The handle and the head are the same chunk of metal. There is no joint to fail, no wooden handle to split, no composite sleeve to crack. It is a single piece of steel with a leather grip riveted over the handle section. That is the entire design. It is elegant because it cannot break. The balance is perfect. The weight is in the head where it belongs. You do not need to swing hard. Let the hammer do the work. The leather grip absorbs shock without adding bulk. When it wears out after a decade, you do not throw the hammer away. You buy a replacement leather sleeve for $8 and rivet it on yourself. A $70 Eastwing will outlast 6 cheap hammers. Do the math. Number 5. Pry bars and wrecking tools. The name is Mayhew. Shelburne Falls, Massachusetts. These are not tools. These are weapons. Forged from a single billet of steel and heat-treated to 60 on the Rockwell scale. You can pry apart a wooden pallet that has been nailed and glued, and the bar will not bend. You can use it as a chisel and strike it with a sledgehammer. The tip will not mushroom. Mayhew does not make anything fancy. No cushion grips, no powder coating, just raw steel with a struck finish. It looks industrial because it is industrial. These are the bars that get used to dismantle machinery in factories. The bars that get thrown in the back of a truck and dragged across concrete and left out in the rain. They do not care. Steel does not care. It just works. Here is the verdict. Buying tools is not about the lowest price. It is about cost per year of use. A $12 wrench that fails in 2 years costs you $6 per year. A $40 right wrench that lasts 40 years costs you $1 per year. The math is simple. Corporations do not want you to do that math. They want you to buy new tools every 3 years. They want you dependent on their replacement cycle. When you buy Channel Lock or Wright or Estwing, you are rejecting that cycle. You are choosing ownership. You are saying you would rather repair than replace. These tools cost more up front. We are not pretending otherwise. But the most expensive tool you will ever buy is the one you have to buy twice. Stop buying based on the sticker price. Stop buying tools that photograph well. Buy the forged steel. Buy the lifetime warranty that is actually honored. Buy the brands that still make things in America because they refuse to cut corners. Build a toolbox that lasts longer than your career.